Jumping to the next brand that I'm interested in, I think that you will be interested in these deals as well. Haus Labs is having 20% off site-wide. The top products I recommend that you pick up if you're interested, and again, don't waste your money. If you're not interested in these brands, then just disregard. But if you have been interested in them and you've been wanting to try them, but you want to save some money, these are the products I think are the most noteworthy and the most worthy of checking out and most worthy of your coins. The Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation is an absolute beautifully formulated foundation. My God, I have not met one person that doesn't love the way that looks on their skin. The only difficult thing about that foundation is finding the undertone that is going to correctly match you. The undertones are very misleading in the way they are labeled. So just know that going into it. And if you just know that, it's going to help guide you a lot better. But foundation is the number one thing I would suggest you pick up from Haus Labs. Second would be the concealer. The Triclone Skin Tech Concealer is a very creamy, very full coverage, less is more concealer, very long wearing. I find that the shades and the undertones are much easier to navigate and sort through than the foundation. So don't let the foundation difficulty hinder you from wanting to get the concealer. The concealer is much easier. And also, I will say, just much more forgiving across the board in terms of the undertones and the way they're labeled. It's a lot easier to find a match where you don't have to be super duper precise with the concealer versus the foundation is a little bit more tricky. The other product from Haus Labs I'm just a really big fan of. It doesn't have to do with complexion, but it's more of like a blush. It's more like a blush topper and more for like glow. This color in particular is my personal favorite, but they're all very beautiful and they have a wide range of tones to choose from. But Rose Quartz in the Bio Radiant Gel Powder Highlighter is just something to check out at some point in your life because it makes such a beautiful blush topper, or if you're really fair, it makes a beautiful glowy blush. All right, our friends at Armani, good old Armani Beauty, they've been around forever. Thankfully, they're doing 30% off site-wide. Now, the two things I recommend to pick up the most during this time and to save 30% off on, one's an icon, no surprise here. I'm just going to touch on this really quickly. The Luminous Silk Perfect Glow Flawless Foundation. Yes, they reformulated it. No, I have not tried the new formulation. Hopefully it's just as good as the OG, which is what I'm holding in my hands. But 30% off a very pricey formula. I would say if you're interested in this one, please save money on it while you can because otherwise it is incredibly expensive. And I usually only buy this during the Sephora savings event. So if you missed that, get it now. And a new banger. This bronzer is so gorgeous. I'm laughing only because it's so big and it's such a pricey bronzer, but it's 30% off right now. So if you've ever been curious, I'm sure you've seen me use this 1,000 times because I love it that much. Save 30% off while you can. You will not regret it. It's a beautiful glowy bronzer. So it's not a matte bronzer. It's a glowy bronzer. The shade that I wear, by the way, is shade 90. I get asked about that all the time. And I'm so sorry I forget to mention that periodically, but shade 90 is like a beautiful, slightly olivey undertone. It's not what I have on right now, by the way. I have the YSL on, but it's a beautiful bronzer that I highly recommend.